Now I'm supposed to be going to bed. I don't even have my webcam on. This is my computer's camera, so it ain't that clear. But this is the one I use. I had a nice friend. This one is made in, what does it say? It says Kaya, but what does it say? This one is made, it says red palm fruit oil and canola. So canola oil is up in this camp. I ain't using this no more. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. See why you have to read your ish? It says Malaysia. Malaysian people, y'all don't get the memo about canola oil. Now, this is the thing. People just come and go. They say this oil is bad, this oil is good. No, that oil is not too bad. That oil is okay. Back and forth. They just change it, change it, change it. They said, oh, you shouldn't use soybean. Oh, soybean is good. Well, soybean is in vegetable oil. But I like this palm oil. But you know what? I see I have canola. That is my last bottle. Sorry. So this is why. Respect to all my Nigerian family. I know y'all using the real palm oil and you know the better brands. That one, I didn't read the label. Oh, my friend from Ghana, she's the one who told me about this one. She pours this one heavy, heavy, heavy into her food. She's the one who put me on to that one. That's why I started buying it. And then I used to buy it from a Nigerian store. It used to be on Salem Road by a dear friend. I think her first name was Elizabeth. I don't even remember her last name, but we lost contact when I left the country. hmm Yeah, and I used to sit up in her shop over on Salem, and we used to just chat, 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 and run our mouth and laugh and talk. So anyway, she'd be so happy to know that I'm talking about the palm oil. But anyway, so this one, so like I said, this recipe, this jollof rice is pretty basic. It's made with peanut oil or coconut oil, and I know our people is not using peanut oil to make their jollof rice. I'm just saying nobody's doing that. Anyway, maybe they are. 1.5 cups of rice, 1 pound of meat or chicken. That's what I say, you gotta be easy with this American meat. I'm sorry. You just can't be pumping that stuff in you all day long because you don't know what you're getting. So some days just have your jollof rice and have your okra, have something with okra. If you're gonna have stew, don't put no meat, or if you have meat in it, just eat the okra and the fufu or whatever, the jollof rice, but don't eat no meat. Just if you want to use it for flavoring because you can live without your meat, do that. But don't feel you have to have meat every day. You ain't gonna know where the problem coming from if you always pumping, pumping, pumping your stomach with that stuff. That stuff don't just leave you. Just stay all stuck up in your large intestine, your colon. So yeah, that's jollof rice. But let me see what they have. Yam salad, pounded yam. They have owo, ora, injero, grangiri, Efinia. Forgive me. I know some of y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Moyin, moyin. What is that? You know, one thing I fell in love with? Moi, moi. Moi, 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 moi. Going to bed. Give me my moi, moi. Don't play with my moi, moi. You hear me? And you must put the egg in the moi, moi. If you don't put moi, moi, you don't put egg in my moi, moi, I have nothing to say to you. Get out of my face. Just go. And forget about it. If you do not, if you do not give me my okra, they say okra in Tobago, but okra. If you don't give me my okra stew, you don't give me my okra. Listen, I always say, when I die, throw some okra in my casket, in the hole. If I'm going in the casket, if I'm going in the ground, I ain't too sure. But this one's a banana and coconut pudding. But like I was saying, give me moi moi. I fell in love with the thing. Let me see. There's a place over in, I think it's Ikoyi. Yeah, Ikoyi. There's I think it's called something Palace, right? I something Palace next to the registry, right? The ministry or whatever, the registry where you just get married. And they sell a moi moi. You hear me? They have a moi moi. Their jollof rice is boss too. And I know it's because they put in the Maggie and the thing. And sometimes, sometimes you're eating people food, right? You eat the meat, you eat the rice, you eat the this, the that, the sauce, the soup, the what is it? And everything tastes good. Everything tastes good. You must know they put Maggie in that thing. Yes? Maggie. Maggie to me is like a cheat. Sometimes if I make something and it's like not really, like the flavor is not lifting out of the pot. I keep tasting this thing and I'm like, something missing, something missing. You put all your seasoning, you done over season already, right? And it's some reason it ain't really coming together. That's when I go for my seasoning that does have MSG in it. Now, Maggie does have MSG. MSG is a flavor enhancer, in case you didn't know. So whenever your pot tastes like it going spoil, you put a little Maggie or you put something that have MSG in it, and the flavor will lift up. To me, that is a cheat because some people that start off with the Maggie and they don't already know that that pot I gonna lick. But this is the thing. I hear there's some health drawbacks to the MSG, especially in children. So look at that. Before you insist you must have your Maggie, think about that. Look at the side effects of MSG, monosodium glutamate. Look at the side effects and see if you are having some of those side effects. And if you notice that you're experiencing some of those side effects, it might be the Maggie. All right. Don't talk, as they say in Jamaica. Don't talk, don't talk. So it wasn't a lot of recipes in here, but I just happened to just be going through this. What is this? Shango? What is this? Places of interest. It says Shango Shrine. Oh, visits can be made to the shrine of the god of thunder at the Ukuri compound, Ageni section of Ibadan. Ibadan, Ibadan. I think I pronounced it right. And I love, one of the places that really, really like get down in my bone when I hear the name of it. I mean, Abuja, Abuja, right? Abuja. Yeah, Abuja. Oh my God. Abuja. Abuja. Eh, I love it. Those, and Ikoyi. Ikoyi. I mean, you gotta move your mouth in a way that Ikoyi, and our language all over the continent is it has such a melody, right? When you pronounce things, you're like, oh God. Our the way we speak is just so melodic, right? You're like, wow, wow. You can't help but lean in when you hear how we pronounce and we speak. When we speak in our native language, people have to turn around. Who is that speaking? Right? And the thing about it, right? And I know I'm all the way all over the place and saying things, right? It's like when you hear just like the assertiveness of the languages, how it commands respect, right? You can see how people was intimidated by that because their language is pretty bland, pretty soft. And then here we come with these strong, strong like voices and the way we enunciate, you know? So this is what I want you to think about. And then when you come over to the West and you hear the men, their voices are soft. Even black men, their voices. There was a time black man was not afraid of how masculine he sounded. He wasn't afraid that people turn around and like, who's speaking? But this authority. He wasn't afraid of his masculinity. Even the way we used to walk back in the day, they had this kind of walk, the brothers, kind of like, it's like they were dancing. Eh. And in Jamaica, they had this kind of eh, kind of like a skink kind of glide, it's this kind of, it's I can't describe it, but it's just sad to see all of that has diminished. And why was that? Did somebody tell you that it made them feel inferior and unseen? The memo was put out that you sound too aggressive. You need to simmer it down. Well, anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit before I went to retire about this book, 1977. It was written and it only cost me $1.91. I had to grab it up. I had to grab it up. Yes, this is so nice. Imagine somebody wrote this travel guide. Yeah, this is so good. So I'm gonna go. It says the Let's Go to Africa series, and this was $4.95 when it was written in 1977. And I was able to get it for less than $2 used. Waiting in patience. I got it for less than the original price. Okay. And this is the original copy. The pages, look at the discoloration. It's not even white anymore. But I ain't business because this is a treasure. You understand? I have a little bit of recipes. I have a little places. You can go nightlife and places that probably ain't there no more. You know what to eat and where to eat. Yes. Granada, Ciro's restaurant located at Kofo Obayomi. Did I say it right? Obayomi Avenue in Apapa, shopping, Apapa, Apapa, Abuja, 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 Abuja. They said Okro. You see, they say Okro. I didn't realize that because my friend, she's from Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I used to live in Tobago and Trinidad too. And they just say Okro. And my friend swear up, she is Nigerian. She was born there in Trinidad and Tobago, and her heart is all African. And she does say okro, okro. You must grow okro, not okra, okro. Oh yes, I love it. It's the goosey, the Yoruba name for the melon seed. And I have a nice container of goosey. And I have a nice grinder. And one of my favorite that you must put in my grave, and I done this whole, all of this is, listen, put some cassava in my grave, okra, yam, moss, plantain. Okay, I can get that any day, but you must put a nice piece of yam, a big, big, big one, some okra, yes, and some cassava. And I will come back and shower you with blessings in the afterlife. I ain't lying. Oh, and those are my goosey seed in there. Igusi, 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 igusi. Oh, and some moi moi. Moi moi. Moi moi. Good night. Thank you for listening. This was fun. I'll show you my seasonings and spices next time.